I'm Michelle and welcome to my vegan kitchen. I'm in such a good mood today, and usually when I'm in a great mood, I love to eat tacos. So guess what? We're gonna be making tacos today, tempeh tacos. So our protein or our meat, because remember I'm vegan, is gonna be tempeh. Tempeh is just such a good source of protein and vitamins and minerals. So if you've never used tempeh, stick around, this is gonna be good. Let's go. All right, so let's go get all the ingredients that we need. I am going to need some tempeh. Let's grab our cheese. Damn, I'm out of cheddar cheese. You know what, we're just gonna use this one. Let's just use mozzarella cheese. And let's get our tacos. And guess what, guys? I'm gonna show you a nice low-calorie taco also. So if you're not into tacos, you might want this one because it's low-calorie. What else do I need? I think that's it for now. We'll come back if we need anything. All right, let's go. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do, because you know I always say this, is get your pot heated. So I'm just gonna put it like on a medium-low right now, not really medium-high, which is where we're gonna cook, just to kind of get the pot going, all right? And cast iron skillet is what I like to use. So we're gonna go over here and on my cutting board. And aren't these cute? These are like, I don't even know what to call them, but they scoop right under the cutting board. So whenever you chop stuff, you can just push it to the side, take it out, and then just put it right in the pan. I thought that was cute. Thought that was a cute idea. But we're gonna start with our tempeh. So guys, if you've never had tempeh before, basically all it is fermented soya beans. It sounds nasty, I know, but you gotta try things. You gotta try things so you learn what things taste like. It's fermented soya beans, meaning that the soya beans, all they did, they took it and fermented and they kind of pressed it into this shape. Now, fermented foods are very healthy for you. Let me grab my scissors, because we're gonna cut this open. Fermented foods are very, very good for you because they're good for your gut. And just understand, whatever is good for your gut is good for your brain. Whatever is good for your brain is good for your whole body. So fermented foods help with our brain health, and you know, helping with brain health is gonna help you with things like dementia. So you wanna get your healthy gut foods in, and this is the best way. So this is what the tempeh look like. So you take it out of the package, get these things out of here, and see, we're enclosed. So it looks like that. So it's just soya beans that they just compressed. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take this tempeh and break it up. So I'm just gonna break it up into small pieces. Now, if you wanted it to be more like ground meat, like, you know, really small like ground meat, you could put it in a food processor, but I like texture. So I use my fingers just to break it up because I'm gonna still have some big pieces like this. Like if you take a look, you're still gonna have nice big pieces like this, where if you put it in a food processor, it's gonna be really like broken up. So let me break this up into pieces, and our skillet is heating up, and we're gonna place it right in the skillet. It's that easy. This is really easy. So really stick with me for this recipe because you're not gonna wanna miss this. It's delicious, it's easy, and if, like I said, if you never tried tempeh, this is a good one. This is a good recipe. Tempeh is all done. And see, remember what I said, how cute this is? You just bring it right over here to the stove. So the skillet is hot. I'm just gonna grab some grapeseed oil. And if you had to ask, this is probably about a tablespoon and a half of oil. Because you know, I cook, I don't really measure anything, so bear with me. All right, toss it right in. I say the skillet's nice and hot. And we're just gonna fry it up. Okay, so the tempeh is starting to brown up. So you can come in and take a look. See, it's starting to brown up a little bit. It's not completely brown. So once it really browns up, it will be cooked. But before we even get it to the brown stage, we gotta season it. So tempeh, just like tofu, has no taste at all, none at all. You gotta season the food. My favorite season for tempeh or tofu is liquid aminos because it's really salty and you don't need a lot of it, but it really gets in the crevice, in the really, in the crooks and crevice of the food and really season it up. So just in case you didn't hear me because of the sizzle, I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. It really gets into the food and seasons it up because it's liquid. It's not like if you were using, salt or pepper or something like that. So it really gets in there and seasons it. This is looking good because it's browning up really nicely. Let me turn this down just a little bit. This flame is blazing. All right, so look at it again. It is getting nice and brown. All right. We let that brown up a couple more minutes. So the first part was probably 1 to 2 minutes of browning. Now we're gonna let this brown like maybe 3 minutes. Okay, so if you could come in and you take a look. So take a look at the tempeh. So you see how it browned up a lot? I want it to brown like this because we're gonna add taco seasoning and we're gonna add water to it. So the water is gonna take away some of that brownness and we want it to look like we really cooked meat. I mean, it's as simple as that. Like we cook meat because, we don't want it to be like light. We want it to be like brown, like if it was beef. Plain and simple, right? And I know I'm gonna get some comments. I know some of y'all are gonna start with that. Why y'all vegans want your food to look like? Because sometimes we do, okay? All right, so here we go. I'm gonna use store-bought taco seasoning. This is from Trader Joe's. And I'm gonna sprinkle maybe about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half onto my tempeh. That's it. We're not going to use the whole package. And just move that around a little bit. And then we're going to add some water. I'm using probably a cup of water. I'm adding a cup of water. And then, all right guys, so you can let this cook down until the water evaporates and that will be your taco meat. However, sometimes I like to add a little bit of something to it just to make it like just a little bit better. So let me go in the pantry here. I'm gonna add, ooh, that pepper. Every time I cook right, I'm coughing over pepper. And the taco seasoning, liquid smoke, because I want it to smell and taste like, excuse me, smoky barbecue. I'm also, now, this is a little secret of mine, and if you've been watching my videos, you know I love me some Korean barbecue sauce. I'm gonna add a little bit of Korean barbecue sauce to it because I just want that flavor. I just love Korean barbecue and I just want that flavor in my tempeh. Now, I haven't mentioned this to you guys in other videos, but because I got so many comments on where do I get this. You can get this in your Asian markets. You could get it in your farmer's market. So if there's a Korean market, Asian market, farmer's market, just go in the Asian aisle, they'll have this. This particular one has no animal ingredients at all, and that's why I like it. But the flavor of it, if you guys ever had like Korean barbecue, that's exactly what it tastes like. It's absolutely delicious, and I put it in a lot of my foods. So I'm gonna let this cook down so the water evaporates. And guess what, guys? You know my favorite part, tasting time. We're gonna put this taco together. Actually, what am I saying? That's not, I gotta do the tacos. I gotta warm the tacos. So when you come back, we're gonna warm the tacos, okay? Let me get the skillet ready. The tortillas, the corn tortillas, we're gonna just put in a skillet. So you could come on in so you can see this. I'm just heating up my skillet. All you wanna do with these corn tortillas is place them in the skillet. And sometimes I put oil, sometimes I don't. This is a really good, nice seasoned skillet, so I don't have to put oil. I'm just gonna drop them in. And once they get warm through, they don't have to cook, they just have to warm through, then we're ready. We're ready to use them. So let's do 3 of those. Okay? All right. That pot is bubbling on the tempeh, so let me check that. It should be almost ready. So look at it. It is cooking down. See, it's cooking down. As soon as all of this liquid evaporates, it'll thicken up and it'll be good, 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 yummy in my tummy. Going a look, take a look. And that's what the water have evaporated. And look at that. Let me turn the stove off. Look at this right here is what we're looking for. Deliciousness. This is so good. I wish you guys could taste through the screen. This is so good. But let me let it just cool down for a second, because you guys know I love to eat my food hot, which I shouldn't. But we're gonna let it just cool for a second before I taste it, okay? So let me get this all ready and we'll go back and taste the tacos. All right, so I think that the tempeh have cooled down. So here we go, here we go. I'm gonna taste, I'm gonna taste one of those too, the corn tortilla, but I just wanna show you guys how good this holds up. So actually I put two of them together. You could just do one. You could just do one, but I put two of the Jicama wraps together, and I'm gonna grab just a little bit of the tempeh. See, I'm placing it right in there. And this is nice and cool, the wrap, so it's not hot. So hopefully it's cooling down my tempeh, right? And you guys know, you know what? Let me get the tongue, because I don't want to hear it from you guys, and I'm using my fingers. All right, let me grab some lettuce, and this is just plain old iceberg lettuce. We're just gonna pile it up right there. Some tomatoes, and I love to use Roma tomatoes or Plum tomatoes because they're so sweet. And let's just put that on the side. I don't know if y'all remember, I don't have any cheddar cheese, so this is what we're gonna use. And sometimes I don't put cheese on my tacos. Sometimes I don't put cheese on my tacos because, I mean, this is just so flavorful. But I'm gonna do it for you guys. So we're just gonna put a little bit of this Parmesan cheese. Guys, use whatever the heck you wanna use. You don't have to follow any rules. It's your food. Do whatever you wanna do. But let's taste this. Let's taste it. All right, it's probably gonna be crunchy and wet and messy, but happy, happy, happy. These Jicama wraps are so good. So if you notice, I said the minute I put it in my mouth, because you could taste the Jicama wrap. I can't even explain what it tastes like. It's not an overpowering taste. It just has like a nice mild sweetness. It has a really good crunch. This is really good. I'm gonna put that on the side, and then, because I'm so greedy, I'm gonna try the corn. I wanna give you guys what the flavor really tastes like. Just put a little bit in here. This is just one little spoonful. Grab my tongs. I don't even have to do a lot of this lettuce, a little bit of the tomatoes. And this time, I'm gonna use this Life mozzarella cheese. So these are my two favorite cheese. One is from Trader Joe's and one is just from your regular, supermarket. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that. I like to get it on the warm tempeh, and then we're gonna try this one. And honestly, I don't even put like taco sauce or anything. Again, this tempeh is so flavorful. It still has the gravy in it, so it's just flavoring everything. But here we go. Now this taco tastes more like your traditional tacos, and I guess because of the corn wrap, the corn tortilla. Excuse me. This tastes more like your traditional taco, but the Jicama is good too. It's good too. Again, if you want tacos and you're watching your calories, get this. I'm not sure if you can find it in another supermarket, but please look for it. Ask for it. See if they'll bring it in at some point. Go to your customer service because it's really, really good. I should be wrapping this up, right? All right, let me wrap it up. Guys, thank you again for joining me in my vegan kitchen. I hope you try the tempeh. Tempeh is just, like I said, it's a good meat alternative if you can, if you're not allergic to soy, because it is a soy product. But if you're not, try it. Please try it because it's so good. Thank you guys for joining me in my vegan kitchen. Again, there's so many recipes that I have in my head. I just want to share it with you guys. So tune in every week. yeah, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Just click the little button because I have so much more to come. I'm gonna try to do like healthy dishes and your traditional dishes, just to give you guys an opportunity for more low calorie food. Okay, thank you guys. See you next time.